Hello, Storygoers, and welcome back to another episode of Tales from the Cartridge, the video game storytelling podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Eric.
And I'm their co-host, Ryan.
Happy New Year. Ryan, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We talked before. We talked after the New Year already, but still. Canonically, we could say it on Tales, and now it is official. You've said it, yes. Yeah. How are you? How is 2026 for you so far? We're 4 days in.
So far, it's all right. I mean, nothing too intense in my personal life. The world's a little crazy, but I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Still, like, I don't know about what your work schedule's been like, but like my work schedule's been such a mess these past 2 weeks, in a good way, right? Like taking a lot of rest, doing a lot of recovering, and just kind of keep taking it easy. But man, does my body miss the routine of waking up at a certain time, eating at a certain time, moving at a certain time, and it's all just like a little bit of I just feel like I'm a bit in a haze because I'm just like floating through my day. So I'm excited to have some routine back. But yeah, overall I'm doing pretty good. We've been playing a bunch of Arc Raiders with our good friend Dave. And that's really the only thing I've been playing pretty consistently. There's just been so much going on. I've been playing a little bit of Surviving Mars Relaunched, which is like a remaster of an old Surviving Mars, like city builder type game. And me and my wife have been playing some Plate Up. They added buffet tables in the new update, which is really fun because you just put food on it and people come and take it from the buffet table. So you can like do some really fun stuff with, like, if you're making pizzas, you can just have that pizzas go on that table and they will come serve themselves, and it leads to some very fun nonsense. And they've just added so many new foods that it's fun to try out, like tacos and spaghetti and coffee shops and cakes, and it's just been fun to dive back in and try a little bit more Plate Up. And they've made it so now you can always pick what food you want and always pick what season you want.
That's
so you
cool.
can do a lot of goofing around. So yeah, that's what I've been playing. Eric, how are you? What have you been playing?
I'm good. But before I get into me, well, my audio went like super red, so hopefully no one got their ears blown out. I don't know what happened there.
Oh no.
But sorry, I feel so nervous that I'm messing this all up. Anyway, is the buffet easier to manage than it would be like making the pizza, or like, you know, having things done behind the kitchen and bringing it out?
A little bit, in that it's expensive. The tables are like $120, so they're expensive. But the benefit is, like, say you are serving a lot of people, I can just throw food on that buffet table and they'll come get it themselves. Melly doesn't have to worry about delivering that to people.
Yeah.
So that's really handy. They still leave their plates if it's something with plates. But if you do like coffee, and you get a conveyor, because coffee, they don't need plates, they'll just come and take coffee. And so you can just stand there and let them get their coffee. And like with like cream and sugar and stuff like that, or like ketchup with the hot dogs, you put the ketchup on the buffet table and they'll just come get their own ketchup. So you don't have to worry about like putting it on the table. So it's very fun.
That's cool.
It's like an extra layer of shenanigans that you get to play around with. So it's fun.
I gotta play that again. That game is so fun. Yeah. I think it's for the Switch now, right?
Yeah. I think it just came out for Switch 2 recently.
Okay.
But yes, it's out on Switch.
Yeah.
It's out on, I think it's definitely out on Nintendo platforms. I don't know about other platforms.
Yeah.
Definitely Nintendo platforms.
Okay. I gotta play that. No, but yeah, no, I'm good. Happy New Year to everyone. I just also been kind of like, I've been working these last 2 weeks. Everyone else has off, which is like so nice, or they're just, you know, sporadically working or not working. I had a couple of days off, but it's hard when there's not like a structured routine. My job also isn't very structured to begin with, so it's a little hard on me, hard in that way as well. But we're thriving. We're doing the best we can. So we've been playing a lot of Arc Raiders. It really does. I think Arc Raiders is a great way of seeing who you are as a person. You are so kind and so nice, even to the meanest people. And I'm just a horrible, rotten person, and I want to leave my mark on these people as much as possible when they do me wrong. Granted, though, we are great at not attacking people. Yes. I would say, like, we do a great job at being.
I would say we're maybe bad at being aggressive.
Yes,
something we're actively bad at.
Yeah. I will actively ask someone if they're friendly as they're shooting me, because I just can't comprehend that they are attacking me for no reason. So that is my downfall for sure. That's why I can't be in a horror movie in real life, because I will for sure be a goner. Like, they will be going to stab me, like, are we good? You know what I mean? And the knife is going in my chest. Gone. I've also been playing the Alan Wake remaster because
Yeah.
that Control 2 trailer from the Game Awards, I think, was my trailer of that show. For some reason, it just got stuck in my head, and I just thought it looked so cool, not knowing anything that was going on. But the gameplay looks very Devil May Cry. The story seems really interesting. I had played a little Control when it first came out, but I dropped it. I don't know why I didn't finish it, because it's not by any means a bad game.
Yeah.
For some reason, I just didn't connect with it at the time. So I am trying to start from Alan Wake and work my way up to Control 2 when it comes out. It's funny. I remember buying Alan Wake when it first came out back in like 2010, 11, something like that, early aughts. And it was one of those days, like, do you ever have those days when you were like a young adult or older teen where like you would just park your car and just look out at the distance and be like, what is life? You ever had those like days? Like,
Yeah.
I did that with Alan Wake when it first came out. I pulled over the side of the road and I just stood at like a river, not river, like a little pond. I just like was just like, what if something crazy happened right now? You know what I mean? Like those stupid things. Where you're just kind of like, maybe this will make something different in my life. And it didn't. And I went home and I played Alan Wake. I remember really liking it a lot.
Yeah.
It's one of those embarrassing moments that comes to my mind when I see it. But the gameplay is a lot of fun. The story is very, it's much more fast paced than I anticipated it being or remember it being. I remember being more slow and methodical, and it just does not feel that way. It feels very early aughts like story, like boom, 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 boom. Like it's like we're really in it, and it's kind of a little too fast. But I'm hopeful that once I get through it and I get through to Alan Wake 2, I can finally get the hype around that, because I'm really excited to play that game. That game, I don't know. There's something about what's his name? I had his name in my head. He's like the lead guy at Remedy. He's like at the Game Awards every year. I followed him on
what
Instagram.
Is his name?
I'm hoping that he's right there on my feed. And he's not. I think it's Sam something. Sam Lake.
Sam Lake.
Sam Lake. He is such an interesting guy. Like I was watching interviews and he's like such a cool dude. He's doing it for all the right reasons, that he just truly loves making games and making cool stories. And he's a weird guy, but weird in a cool way. Like it's a good weird. You know what I mean? Like I would 100% get coffee with this guy. He seems like a really cool dude. So anyway, long story short, I'm just working my way up to Control 2. I don't know if I said this last time, I beat Hades 2. I got all the way through it. I got the epilogue stuff. Not to spoil anything, and I think it does a really great job tying everything up in a bow, and it had a reveal that I just was not anticipating. Several that I wasn't, but one specifically that was like, whoa, I did not see that coming at all, and it kind of makes the story even more complex than I anticipated it being. So that was really cool. I also beat Lies of P Overture. I had dropped it for a little bit because I got stuck, because Souls likes are mean to me, and I don't know how to deal. But I went back, and I will admit it. I will admit it to the world, because I'm not scared. I'm scared of a lot of things. Like a lot of things. I'm not scared of saying this. I decreased my difficulty. Yeah. Because you know what? Time is short. I'm nothing. Yeah. I have nothing to prove to anyone with this, right? Beating this boss at a higher level of difficulty does not enrich my life any more than me just beating the boss. Because I was there to enjoy the story, I was there to enjoy the gameplay, and I did. I got through that guy, I brought it back up to where it was, and did I lower it again at the end for the final boss? Yeah, because he's so hard. He's so hard. He's so hard. I can't beat him. I had to bring it down again. Yeah. But you know what? I have no shame around it, because I think I had such a fun time with Overture. It introduces, arguably, in my opinion, the best weapons in the game, the most exciting weapons that were nothing like the ones in the base game, and it made it so much fun and interesting, and brings characters in that are just like really enjoyable to talk to and see. Lies of P is, I want to cover that game so bad, because I think it's a special game. I really do. It is a beautiful game. I love it a lot. And then last but not least, sorry, I'm talking a lot, I got a GameCube for Christmas. I was a dingus back in the day, and that's my cat's tail, and not mine. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I sold my GameCube back in the day because I was like, I probably won't play this. I haven't touched it in forever. Now, 10 years later, I'm like, why? I was a dingus. Why did I do that? So my amazing wife, got me a GameCube, and for the first time ever, I played Mario Kart Double Dash. That's the only Mario Kart. I don't know why I never touched it as a kid. I had the GameCube, I had the N64, I played all the games. That's the only Mario Kart I never played. Except for the SNES one, but I don't think we don't talk about that one. That one's like not real. And it's great. It's like so much fun to pick two characters and have them go off, or you play with your friend and one of you's driving, one of you's throwing things is a lot of fun. And I kind of wish they brought that back. I think it'd be so much fun, or have it as like an option in the game. I think it'd be so much fun to have that. And then I got also Super Smash Bros. Melee, which I used to be super into that as a kid, and it's just fun to go back and play. It's just funny to like. Have you had that experience, Ryan, where you play an older game on an older console and in your mind it is so clear, so crisp, it looks beautiful. You turn it on, you're like, I don't remember looking like this at all. It looks not as crisp and clear as I remember it being.
Yeah, absolutely. That happens, I mean, anytime I play or check out an old game. I think there's like, I mean, I think it's also a good argument for like why graphics aren't actually that important.
Yeah.
Because our brains will always fill in the pieces and make like, you know, it look as interesting and as exciting as we imagine it. Not that I don't like good graphics, but you know, anytime you play, there's so many older games that I have played and that we have talked about that you know, you just kind of don't think about it once you get used to it. Once you're in it. But yeah, absolutely. Every time I play an old game, that happens.
Yeah, I mean, I think the story or the gameplay carries it. I feel like graphics are always going to be not as important. Are they great? Yeah, of course. I think like a beautiful game like Arc Raiders looks beautiful. I love playing that. Yeah. I think it's such a beautiful game. I want to play Cyberpunk because I keep seeing clips on Instagram and it looks beautiful and gorgeous and just amazing.
It's a bonkers looking game.
But I think they'd be great if they didn't even look that good. You know what I mean? I think as long as the story and the gameplay grab you in the way that it does, I think that's a really cool thing. And then I think graphics come after. If they're good graphics, then bonus. You know what I mean? If not, that's okay. I mean, Celeste is like a game I never played, but I think is one that people are just love and arguably beautiful in its own right, but obviously not comparable to a Cyberpunk or Witcher 3 or whatever. You know what I mean? So, anyway, neither here nor there. Storygoers, we hope you enjoyed our last episode of our Game Awards episode. It's been a while since we recorded another episode of any kind, so sorry about that. It's been a little hectic. If you are on a Patreon, we did pause the Patreon just because it didn't feel good to have people give us money for nothing. You know what I mean? So I just we paused it, and we'll hopefully be back on track starting this month. But of course, you can email your thoughts, feelings, and perspectives to talesfromthecartridge@gmail.com. All the E's, our threes are on our social media, and we will listen to and read all those in a future episode. And as always, I forget that people have commented on our episodes. So I'm going to pull those up really fast.
Eric,
yes.
While you look that up, I want to ask you a question.
Please.
I saw something the other day. I don't know if it's true. As is most things you read on the internet.
Yeah, of course.
I read that Gmail will soon be allowing people to change their username, their Gmail name. Again, for us, unverified information, so we may need to look it up. Yeah. But that, you know, it is a possibility in the future that you may be able to live your dream and our dream of changing that without, you know, taking it from somebody else. So, just something to, you know, rattle around in your head.
I really, at the time of making that email, I thought it was so smart. I was like, all the E's are threes. This is genius. And then typing it to log in is a nightmare. And I thought, there is no way anyone is typing this out to email us. And a lot of times they don't. It's usually on other platforms that people reach out to us. So I think I have some ideas. We should talk some ideas through. Yeah. And we finally pressure Google to do the thing that we want them to do. And if we can get them to kill AI, I would be even better.
Double it up.
Yes.
Yeah, we could even what we could do, Eric, is we come up with some alternatives, and we can even like put it on Patreon for folks to vote on what they think would be the best.
That'd be so fun.
The best name. We would make the executive decision, but we could certainly take their thoughts and feelings into account.
That'd be so fun. That's a great idea. Yeah. We should totally do that. We should totally do that. That's a great idea. Okay. I want to shout out one of our longtime listeners, such a great listener, Super Shepherd, is always reaching out to us and commenting and doing a great job. And I just wanted to shout them out because we did our Spotify Wrapped, and I didn't talk about it because it happened between these last two episodes, and I didn't save it because I don't know why. But Super Shepherd reached out and said that we were his second most, or their second most, I should say, listened to podcasts according to their Spotify Wrapped, and they listened to a total of 33,000 minutes of us, which is like surreal. That is so cool.
That's so funky.
So Super Shepherd, thank you. I read all the comments that you sent, but it takes so long in a good way, in a great way. We really appreciate your support. And so then also we had some poll result questions come in for our Campfire Stories, the No Players Online episode.
Yeah.
Would you have gotten off the game like the creator in the episode wanted you to? 50% said yes, 50% said no. I don't know about you, Ryan. I probably wouldn't. I'm a little ODD, so if someone's like, "Get off the game, hurry!" I'd be like, "Sorry, man. I think I need to. I need to persevere."
How dare you tell me what to do? I'm never getting off the game.
Yeah. And of course, for our later conversation, this actually applies to, but for our Claire Obscure Expedition 33 question, is it your game of the year? 80% said yes, and 20% said no. So very interesting, which will be a conversation that comes up very shortly.
Yeah.
But today, Ryan, I've talked so much, and I know everyone just loves to hear me ramble. But would you do the honors of explaining what today's episode, our DLC episode, is today?
Yes, we've got a two-parter for you. First half of the episode, we're going to just go through our game of the year and what our thoughts are on our games of the year this year. And then in the back half, we're going to do something a little bit silly and a little bit wackier. And maybe it'll work and maybe it won't.
Yeah.
That's just the nature of us coming back and getting back into it. We're going to do a character wheel. We're going to spin a couple characters. We're going to come up for some resolutions for those characters and then pick which resolution we think is the best in our usual bracket style. It will be as arbitrary and silly as always. And then we'll have a winner at the end of who is the character with the best resolution. So we've got a two-parter for you. First half, game of the year. Second half, character wheel resolutions. I think it'll be very silly and fun for both of them.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we're gonna have a good show on our hands here. But let's just jump right into it. Do we want to do?
Yeah.
I didn't think about this question before we started rolling, so we're gonna go off the cuff here. Do we want to do categories, or do we want to just talk about the games that stood out to us this year and why?
I think maybe we just talk about what's speaking to us.
Yeah.
And fully understanding that, at least for me, my old addled brain will only remember a very specific few games that I played this year. But I still think it's valuable.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah. So, what I mean, I guess 2025 is a stacked year. I think that this is a year that will go down in gaming as one of the better years we've had. I kind of low-key worry it's going to make 2026 seem a little bland, you know what I mean? But maybe that's just anxiety speaking. You know what I mean? Maybe there's nothing to back that up. Maybe 2026 is even better. But we just had so many great games this year. What are your games that stood out to you this year, or stood out to you in 2025 for you?
Yeah. I mean, I think the big one is Claire Obscure, right? Came out, was very big, very exciting. And I think I'll talk more about it maybe once I go through like my just list of stuff. Blueprints was a really fun, wacky game. Story-wise, I don't think it was, that strong, but I think as a game, it was just really great. And I mean, I think one of the weirdest story games I played this year was I tried Death Stranding finally. And man, what a weird game. What a weird story. What a bunch of nonsense. There is I cannot parse any of it in a really meaningful way. But it's like watching something that you don't fully understand and just wishing you could understand it and knowing you never will. And there's like a curiosity to that of where are they even gonna go? What are they even gonna do? And what they're gonna end up doing is something more crazy than you could even ever imagine.
I'm sure.
When you're fighting a giant slime whale, and that's just how it goes. So I think those are the three. I mean, Arc Raiders has been really incredible, but I don't think narratively I just haven't paid attention. I know that there's some lore there. Haven't paid any attention to it, but it's been a really great time. I'm trying to think. I think those are my biggest. I played a bunch of Hades in early access, but I haven't gone back through and really dived into where it's at right now. So I'm gonna hold off on speaking too much on that until I get there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I played this year that was really... I know I have played a bunch of really great games, but narratively really interesting and satisfying. I think Clair Obscur is the strongest. And nothing really else that I've played. I know other games that came out that I haven't played. Like, people really love the story of Kingdom Come, Deliverance, but I didn't try it. I'm sure Hollow Knight has a great story, but I just haven't. Like always, right? Just like last year, a couple of the big ones we didn't get a chance to play. So yeah, I think there's been a lot of really great, fun games that have came out that I really enjoyed, but I think narratively, Clair Obscur was definitely, I think, for me, the strongest.
Yeah. I also didn't play Kingdom Come. I didn't play Silk Song because I Metroidvanias are like the genre I want to connect with the most. And it's like someone who just can't love you back. You know what I mean? Like it's just like you can give them all the roses, all the flowers, all the candies in the world, but they just will never love you the way you love them. And that's what Metroidvanias are for me. So I didn't play that, and I didn't play Ghost of Yotei yet, which I really wanted to. I wanted to fit that in for 2025, and it just didn't happen. But I think that, like you said, Ryan, like the games that stand to me, obviously Clair Obscur, we talked about that in our episode. It's a huge game this year for us. And then I think Hades 2 is kind of the other one for me, where that game, having beaten it and gotten through everything, is like a full package in the same way that Clair Obscur is. Like that's why I struggled so much during the Game Awards. My cat just can't take a hint. Like he's trying really hard to get attention, which is fine, but oh my god. I lost my train of thought. But I think that's why I've tried so hard to think through what games should stand on top in 2025 for me. So I think music-wise, Clair Obscur takes it. I've never saw a game album by itself, and I Spotify'd every song in that, and I've listened to it several times, and I think that music has helped me to want to like video game music more. In a way I never anticipated. So I think Clair Obscur really opened that gate for me, which is really cool. I think music, and of course, musically, Hades also has great music, and I'm sure, for some reason, I think Blueprints would have great music too. I haven't played it, and I want to play that also. I just don't know why. I feel like it probably has really good audio design as well. But yeah. So I think, but I mean, I guess maybe we can look at this as like, what is your narrative of the year, and then what's your game of the year, if there is a difference.
That's really hard. Okay. Yeah, I think there is. I just don't know. I think there is a difference in that, like, Clair Obscur narratively was so strong, and then a game like Blueprints, like, just isn't narratively. That's not the purpose of the game.
Yeah.
But the puzzle of solving it and the actual moment to moment. I feel like there's one other game that I'm really missing that I really spent a lot of time with and loved this year, but it's not popping to my mind. But yeah, I think like, and I mean, Death Stranding, the moment to moment gameplay of Death Stranding of making roads is so fun. Like, I just love loading up my truck with stuff, driving to a thing, and building a really cool road that then makes it easier for me to go or get more stuff to build a cool road.
Yep.
Like, because of the types of games I enjoy, it is like such a it's a loop where I have a really hard time like stopping, because like, well, I could just get one more road done, or let me do one or two more deliveries now that I've got this road built. And then once I get to one of the deliveries, like, hey, we really need to take this thing here. I was like, well, I don't have a road to there yet. Let me build a road. Like, it's just this like really like satisfying loop for my brain of like building this infrastructure of this world to make it easier. That I find really satisfying. But also it's very different from Blueprints, which is like just a really tricky puzzle, and is doing some really cool, fun stuff. So I think it's probably between those two for game, but narratively, neither of them are anywhere close to Clair Obscur. As far as like the story it's trying to tell, and the impact the story's trying to tell, and like the subversion and way in which it's telling the story, which I think is really cool and unique in how it's, and I think we talked about this in our episode. It's taking your care for these characters and using that against you narratively in a way that I love and think is like, can't really be done in other mediums in the same way. Like I have characters I care about in movies, but I've played and I've made choices with these characters, which like makes me connect to them in a way that is different, and then makes that end question harder of like, have you just wasted your time because none of this is real or not, right? Oh, we should probably cut all of that. But you know what I mean?
What time are we at? We're at like 24 minutes. I'll make a note of that so I don't forget.
Yeah, make a note of that because we got to cut that note. But narratively, I think it is just doing so many interesting stuff in how it is challenging you as the player to reflect on your choices and the characters you've chosen and the way you play the game. It is not a game that I like that, JRPGs are not a game that I have a long history with of loving. Like I haven't, the Final Fantasy games I've played was all like the old 2D ones. I don't think I've played a 3D Final Fantasy.
Have you not?
No, I have not. So it's like just not a genre or a gameplay experience that I have this nostalgia or fondness for. That being said, it was still very fun, and the narrative and the moment to moment gameplay was so engaging. It was enough to get me there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that's where I'm going to land is narratively, I'm going to say absolutely Expedition. And then game-wise, I think Blueprints is a stronger full package. But man, do I love the gameplay of Death Stranding.
Two things.
So good.
If I can cut you off for a second. Were you that kid in the 90s that had like the rug that was a road? Like it was like a layout of a map. You drive your car on it and stuff. That was so cool.
I mean, I'm not a car person or a vehicle person. I never have been, but I love building road. Like when we played, did we ever play Valheim with us at all?
I played a small bit, but I was not as into it as
the thing I love most about Valheim is just we got to get up this mountain. I'm going to build a road to this. I'm going to spend 10 hours making a really good path to this mountain that we'll use 3 times. But man, it was so fun to build this path for 10 hours. Or like Minecraft, right? I've played so much Minecraft because what is so fun is just I'm digging this cave, but let me design this cave so it intuitively will guide you to where you need to go deeper in the mine by closing paths off and making stairs down and putting lights and that is just something that I find so satisfying, even though I'll never use the mine because to make it that way, I've already mined everything, so I never need to go down there again. Just the building of that thing is satisfying enough for me, and that is all Death Stranding gameplay is you're delivering packages, and driving over a river is hard. Why don't you build a bridge so next time it's easier? And if you do it faster, you'll get better rewards and more materials. So it just that loop is just for me specifically, really, really satisfying.
Yeah. And then, what was it? I was going to say something else. I lost it. Curse my ADHD brain. I don't remember. It was something else, but that's what it was. Being that you are very much a lover of D&D, I think if it ever does happen, which the rumors are always back and forth, if Final Fantasy IX ever actually does get remade, I really think that's the Final Fantasy for you. It is the most... kind of medievally Renaissance-y kind of looking, not Renaissance-y, but kind of D&D-esque in my mind. And it's such a beautiful game. Even and going back to the graphics talk, even that game being as graphically done as a PS1 game. That was not a sentence I wanted that made any sense. But so I'm fighting a battle with my mind and my cat to not purr the mic.
It's hard to split your brain.
You can't. I mean, there's there's northern and southern hemisphere. There's a left and right side of your brain, right? And both are just fighting each other right now. And I don't know if that is even making any sense. But regardless, I think that is a game that would work really well for you if the gameplay hit in a way that made it accessible. So you're not building roads.
Yeah,
which sucks.
Yeah, not building roads. That's okay though.
Yeah.
I see the Sea and the Stars. Is that the name of the game? It was
Star Ocean? No.
It's like a really beautiful pixelated JRPG. I loved that game. That was so good. They came out 3 or 4 years ago. And they just came out with a co-op mode, which is pretty wild to play that game in co-op. But that's a game I played all the way through just because, and it was like a turn-based JRPG with no fluff, and that was just a really fun game.
Yeah.
So I'll sometimes dip my toes into those.
I'm thinking now too. Sorry, you said co-op. And I heard all that, but then my brain thought, what if we played Split Fiction together? Because we neither of us... Oh, you played a little bit. What if we played it together for either a DLC or a special Patreon episode where we play through that game together and see what we think?
I'd be so down.
I'd be so down for that too. I'd be so down. We're about to become a Let's Plays. We're not going to talk about video game stories ever again. But yeah, all right, sorry.
Because you only need one copy.
That's true. I would love to give it a chance because I think this year, one of my New Year's resolutions for Tales, if you're cool with it too, of course, Ryan, finally talking about It Takes Two. We need to talk about this game. We need to bring it to light and share our feelings.
Let everybody
around
know.
it. Yes. Have you shared it multiple times in several ways throughout the 5 years we've done this? Yes, 100%. But year 6 is the time.
Yeah.
Now we...
Yeah, and maybe that's a good, like, as we're playing, right, that game, we can reflect on, the through line there of those, yeah.
Yeah. My cat
that'd be very
killing
fun.
me. This cat hits the mic. If you don't like cats, then I'm sorry. This is not the episode for you. Ryan's allergic, but I don't think you hate them. Or maybe you do hate them.
I don't. No,
Oh.
I am allergic. I don't hate them.
That's cool. That's very... See, that's the best kind of human being, right? You can't help it. You can't help to be allergic, but you don't hold it against the creatures, right?
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, I get that. Back to the conversation, I think. Narratively, I think Clair Obscur takes it away. I don't know how... I don't know how any other game can really match up to it in my mind. And I'm not saying it's a perfect game narrative by any means.
Yeah.
Our good friend talked to us about his feelings about the world and the characters. And though I have a opposite opinion, I do see the validity of what he's saying in terms of like the impact of the story because of the situation in the game. And I think it makes total sense where he's coming from. I don't know. I think I just can't get it out of my... You know what? If you haven't played Clair Obscur yet, I highly recommend you play it. But we gotta just talk about it. We've also spoiled it on our episode. So I think spoiler warning. Can we just talk about it? That's cool. Spoiler warning.
Yeah, that's fine.
So if you haven't played Clair Obscur, please skip ahead. I don't know where to. Maybe I'll put a number up if I know how to do that. And
timestamp.
Yeah, but I also have no idea what I'm doing at any point when I'm editing. So
we can put it in the description, right? That would be pretty easy to do.
Yeah, probably. But are they going to see that? Yeah, if it's not on the screen, look at the description. If it's not there, I'm so sorry. Just know I tried my best. I probably tried my best.
We spent time trying to figure it out. And that 10 minutes was just too much.
It's just too much. I don't have enough time. I'll be on the couch on my phone for 2 hours, but it's not enough time. The full spoilers for Clair Obscur. I think knowing that the people in the painting aren't real, I still get in this mindset of like, but what classifies real? Because just because we feel real, does that mean that we are then real? Or what if we're in someone else's painting? I think that's the thing I struggle with. And I think if it wasn't for that last part in the game where for Verso's ending, you see Lune's face looking at you and you see that emotional depth of her knowing that her journey is done, whether she likes it or not. She is sitting down because she's always been that person. We always continue forward if there's a path to do so. And when she sits down, that emotional resonance of grief, frustration, sadness, all the things that she is feeling feels so real to me, right? And I think a big thing we talk about, at least with therapy-wise, not to bring my job into it, but like, we don't all share the same experiences, obviously. We're all different walks of life, but the things that we do share are the emotional connections to those experiences, right? I know what it feels like to be happy. You know what it feels like to be happy. And we've probably experienced those in very different ways, right? And I think, so that's why when I see these characters and the emotional expressions and the emotions that they are putting out, I connect with that and that feels real to me. So, like, though they are paintings, I see that as real, which I think why it's such a struggle for Maëlle to detach herself from that, because it is so real. She is self-actualized to the point where she feels like her truest self in that painting, not outside of it, which feels so real. That is human. And I just can't get over that. And I think, especially too, I forgot to put this in my games I played. I played the DLC for Clair Obscur that came out at the end of the Game Awards. I beat that, and I think that even is more so a great... It adds on so much more compelling... I want to say evidence, but just compels you more so to understand like why choosing Verso might be a good idea. Comparatively, after seeing Maëlle's story, it's hard not to want to pick Maëlle first, but now with the DLC, for those who are going to play it after the DLC has come out, they get to kind of experience that story and understand young Verso in his perspective of his world and what he sees. I think it's even more compelling as to why you'd want to pick that path. It just is so complex and so good, and it's just it's the narrative I feel like is, for me, extremely impactful, and I love it a lot. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think for game of the year though, I'm actually really happy. I again, I'm sorry, I'm rambling.
No.
When you were going through your explanation of yours, Ryan, and how Blueprints is kind of a better for game of the year. Blueprints and Death Stranding 2 might be better picks for you because the gameplay is kind of more the thing that hits for you. I think that though I love Clair Obscure's gameplay, I'm a JRPG boy from the 2000s, and I love what they're doing with the genre and improving upon it. I think I'd have to say Hades 2 would be my game of the year, just because not only is the story great, not the same as Clair Obscure, not as great as Clair Obscure, but it is a game that just I have to not start another run or I am doomed to play another hour of the game. Like, it just grips you, and it is just continuing to build on the greatness of what Hades 1 is. And there are so many moments in that game where I go, oh my God, this is like, I'm so used to the same run kind of ish over and over again. This new thing comes up and adds a whole other layer to the story and to the gameplay I'm just like not ready for. Or I'll be crushing it and this new thing pops up and just absolutely obliterates me. And I'm like, I thought I was done with this game. I was just playing this for fun. How do I do this now? And it's just it's a complete package. The gameplay is phenomenal. The story is great. The music is fantastic. The art design is equal in my mind to Clair Obscure because I like the art design too. Art design is really important to me. It is just a whole package. So I think while Clair Obscure is, I would say, probably Tales of the Cartridge story of the year for 2025.
Yeah,
for me personally, Hades 2 would probably take game of the year. It's that good. It's just please don't play Hades 2 until you played Hades 1. You are doing yourself a disservice. I think you have to play Hades 1 to really, really, really appreciate Hades 2. Man, what a great game. So good.
Yeah.
But I gotta play Blueprints. I gotta play it.
Gotta play it.
I don't think I say about Death Stranding,
but that's okay. Don't. I will say, Blueprints is also just a really great game to play with, like, you and a partner or you and a friend. Just like because two brains bashing your head against a puzzle is like a big escape room. And that is, but there are like gameplay mechanics and moment to moment things that can happen. But it is run based, right? Similar to Hades, there are runs, and you'll do a run, and so some runs you won't accomplish what you hope to accomplish, but you'll learn something. And I will say, like, for storygoers out there, if you're like puzzle games aren't your thing, it is a great game to play with people. Have somebody by you writing notes down, or having somebody else just paying attention, like passively.
Yeah.
And I think like a game like that. Or Rise of the Golden Idol. Man, the Golden Idol games are incredible.
Gotta play that.
Obra Dinn's incredible. Like all of these like puzzly games, I will say, like, are really incredible games to play with somebody else, if you have somebody who would be willing and interested.
Yeah.
Because they enhance the experience so much. Just have another brain, another set of eyes, as you're trying to solve puzzles. Because it's just so fun.
I'm trying to convince my wife, who is much more of a PC gamer type person. She grew up playing Unreal Tournament with her father and brother, which is really cool. Yeah. Sorry. But she is much more adept on keyboard and mouse than she is with controllers. I think it's just the dual sticks. It's
so hard to learn.
So hard to learn. I think when you grow up with it, you take it for granted. Yeah, exactly. So I'm really trying to convince her. I've gotten, I think, 2 no's now, but I think I'm going to try one more time because I know that, like, it's not like if it was like a serious no, I would obviously not do that again. But because it's like I don't think so kind of no, I'm like, I might just throw it on TV every now and then and see what happens. I'm trying to convince her to see if she wants to play it because, like, as far as I know, unless tell me Ryan if I'm wrong here, like, there is no, like, you're not fearful of your life. You're not like you have time. Like you just, and I think it's actually probably a great game to learn controller. Sorry.
Absolutely. Sorry, I fully cut you off.
No,
you said something that like clicked in my mind. That is something that if you're going to play Blueprints, keep this in mind. The game will make you think you are on a time limit. You are not on a time limit at all.
Okay.
There are things in the game that say like day 10 this will happen, and you may think that means I have to do something by day 10. That isn't what it means. It means something completely different that you'll understand later. When I was first playing, I was starting to get worried that I was going to run out of time, and I was listening to a podcast and they said, "Hey, don't take your time, go slow." So just something to keep in mind, unless you have some personal desire. we have a good friend who he had a very strong personal desire to get it done as fast as possible. But I would say for most folks, don't worry about it because it does not matter.
Okay.
So yeah, I just want to like it may feel like there is some time limit. There is none. Take your time. Go as slow as you want. Take as many days as you want. There's no downside.
Yeah. I think the only thing I want to make sure I end on before we jump to the or we don't have to end on this at all. Just the last thing I want to say for myself before we go to the character wheel is that I think the only game that could potentially rival Story of the Year, which I don't think it would, but you never know because I actually haven't tried it. Also is Dispatch. I've heard amazing things about Dispatch.
Yeah.
I've heard it's a phenomenal narrative and great gameplay. I have not played it yet. I really, really, really want to play it. So I think, for now, Clair Obscura is the game of 2025. But if I play it or we both play it, we talk about it and decide that it's not, I'd be very surprised.
Same.
But also, you never know. So I like to, as we talked about on the podcast, I'd like to stay open-minded about it. So, but we'll see. Did you play Dispatch at all?
No.
Yeah.
No, I've seen like some random spoilers on the internet, but I have not played the game at all. No.
I think there's a part of it. I having played The Walking Dead Season 1 back when it first came out, I just never attached myself to another Telltale game. I think The Wolf Among Us just didn't. It seemed really cool, and it just did not click for me the way it did for everybody else. So I kind of fell off Telltale games, or the story, the gameplay of that kind of game. So, but with Dispatch, I'm really trying hard to push myself out of that perspective or that mindset and just really try to apply myself to this game that I've heard amazing things about, and it just seems the cast seems very cool, and it's very, very cool. So, but we'll see. I don't know. If you think Dispatch is a better story, please let us know. I would love to know.
Tell us
your perspective. But yeah. Anything else, Ryan, before we jump to the character wheel?
I don't think so. A lot of great games this year. So many we didn't play.
Many.
But we'll get there eventually, maybe.
One day, when we become millionaires.
That's true. When we become millionaires,
It'd be so nice. While I set the wheel, Ryan, do you have any resolutions for yourself?
I don't. I'm so bad. One of the things that I should make a resolution on is like self-reflection because I'm so bad at it. I just kind of like. I am so laid back sometimes that I just don't really worry about those types of things. Like I certainly like want to be healthier, want to make better health choices because I'm old and getting older. It's not like I'm really bad at thinking of like, here's the thing or here's my way I want to improve myself. It's just not something I'm good at thinking about. It's not a muscle that I've worked well enough.
Yeah.
So that would probably be a thing that I should work on.
I was going to tell you this too. This is no pressure because we're recording this, and you can not give me an answer right now, or you can just text me if you're interested. I'm not even sure if we'd actually get anything a part of this, but I was thinking about proposing for Tails, doing like a polar plunge, if that was even possible, getting donations and doing those. I did one back in 2011, I think, and it was a crazy experience. Just diving in freezing cold water. It was wild. So that's something you were ever interested in. If not, I literally would understand.
Yeah, I mean. The things like that and like 10Ks and 5Ks are things that like, oh, there's a goal. What do I need to do work towards to get towards that goal? That is always easier for me than that like an arbitrary. And I'm just also not good at like coming up with those things.
Same.
Partially just because, man, sometimes my brain just is like, it moves too fast from thing to thing that I don't live in things long enough. But yes, absolutely would be down to do a polar plunge for sure.
Okay. Maybe if I went between the two of us. I know that there is one. There's one that was a place that you once lived in. So
yes.
That makes any sense.
Yes.
And it's not until March.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a huge commitment. So if we had to find one in the middle, that'd be cool too. Or out there, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be very fun. I'd definitely be down to come down to do to that place to do one.
Yes,
for sure. Just to spend more time in that place.
Oh, that place is great. I was there yesterday, and I thought to myself, if this current place does not work out, for whatever reason, I want to move there. There is though, in this place, I don't want to say because I don't want to adopt ourselves. There is a creepy bench that is very upsetting to drive by, and I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
There's this bench. I don't know who this person is modeled after. There is this person. It's someone modeled this like metal statue of this person on the bench.
I think I do know the bench.
And they're just like this. To whoever's sitting down, they just see this metal person going
Yeah,
at them,
absolutely.
and it's just so uncomfortable. And I always think it's a person driving by, like, oh, I realize that they're not real. I'm just like, who? Like, to be able to do that must take so much talent and hard work. I'm sorry, but it's still horrifying. I just can't. I can't get around it. It's still very scary and off-putting. I don't enjoy it. It just doesn't make it. It doesn't. Yeah, it's very upsetting. But enough about that. We are going to, with the time we have left, we're at 45 minutes now. Going to get some hypothetical resolutions for characters and battle it out to see who has the, from our opinion and our minds, the best resolution for the new year. So let's click the wheel. Look how beautiful this character wheel is, by the way.
So beautiful.
So beautiful. So white, so black, so Tales of the Cartridge. How can you not love it? The first character is Pit. From Kid Icarus.
Okay.
So I'll remove them, and then we'll spin it again. Pit. I only know Pit from Super Smash. I never played a Pit game before. The Kid Icarus game.
They're old games. I think they made a new one.
They did. I think Sakurai made one. Yeah. Next one is Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix Wright. Wow.
Wright. What a matchup between these two. What could be
absolutely
hypothetical New Year's resolutions for these two characters? For Phoenix Wright, it's almost like take a day off, dude. Enjoy life more.
Yeah, rest a little
bit. Rest.
Take a breather.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one. I think that's a great. Take some vacation time.
Yes. How much vacation time do you think he's actually getting?
And don't solve a mystery on your vacation, probably, because there's probably a game where he goes on vacation and then take somebody else to court.
Yes. He's on vacation court.
Yeah, exactly.
Objection. The floaty was underinflated and they drowned. It's like, whoa, just no, let it go. Yeah. Let someone else deal with that.
That's a really good one for Phoenix Wright.
Yeah. If you, of course, Ryan, if you think the other ones too, please throw them out there.
Yeah, I will. Okay. I really will. He doesn't have kids, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. Because I was gonna say also for that, just take time to be with your family. But if he's just, it's just him. I guess take time for yourself.
Yeah,
right? Like you said,
go on a date. See what happens.
Go on a date with yourself.
Your work life is not your life. Doesn't have to be.
Yeah, you're more than just your job.
Yes, exactly. Because when you lose that, what are you then? Right? You're more than that.
Yeah.
Anyone that's stuck in a job, you are more than that job. I promise you. Mm-hmm. If you allow yourself to be, I should say. Yeah.
Kid Icarus though.
Kid Icarus, Pit. I mean,
is Kid Icarus a child?
No, I think he's a teen at least.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, wait. Pit, Kid Icarus. Oh man, good thing I'm not spelling this on camera. This is rough. Age. Let's see what the good old Brave browser has. I've stopped using Google. I'm not a hero by any means. I just hate that their AI throws all this garbage nonsense at me. That is not right ever.
Yeah.
This person calculated Pitt's age out of boredom, and said this that Pitt is at least 18 years old. But then the latest game takes place 25 years later, after the first war with the underworld and all of the wars that take place in Kid Icarus Uprising, I think is what that one is. And it adds up to about 3 years, making Pitt's American age over 46. So yeah. He's an angel. Does age really affect?
Yeah, age is probably different. That's what he is. He's an angel technically, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, what do you tell to an angel, right?
I know.
What resolution does an angel need to make?
Be more interesting. I don't know.
Be more interesting, yeah. Or I just don't. Take some time to see the other side's perspective, maybe.
Honestly, right? Do demons really have it that? Are they really that bad? Maybe they have bad rap.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what they've done.
Yeah. Maybe experience what it's like on the other side of with humanity. Walk around in their shoes.
Yeah. Get rid of your wings and just go be a person for a bit. If you're gonna spend, I guess, 40 years protecting us, take some time to know us.
Right.
Mm-hmm. What it's like to love and to hope and to dream and to be scared. All those human things that we probably do.
Yeah, for sure. I think Phoenix Wright is better.
I do too. I also think Phoenix is better.
He's
All right,
going on.
Got a new one.
I mean, what do you say? I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, Sakurai. One of my favorite developers of all time. Seems like a really cool guy. Would love to get. I saw him with a picture of other developers. They're all getting beers together. I would love to be one of those people one day.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. I realized I spun that wheel without showing it, so I'm going to pull it back up.
I think I saw it.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Ryan, I think you've seen it. Do you know what the character was?
Oh, you just spun it.
I just spun it. Yeah. Yeah.
Did not see that. Yeah.
Not to call you out. Not to call you out. I just want to make sure that you were losing yourself here. You know what I mean? That would suck. So the next episode's like, sorry guys, Ryan can't come back. You probably all saw what happened. Because I can't edit worth crap. So, Eggman.
Lots of room to grow here.
Lots of room. Actually, he's a good one for a New Year's resolution. It can go in a lot of different ways, though, right? Depending on the perspective. And then, matched against Eggman is Handsome Jack. Now,
okay.
Ryan, I think in the spirit of this, we probably should stick to the essence of the character, right? These are two evil guys.
Yeah, they're
Two
bad.
evil
They're pretty
guys.
bad boys.
Yeah. They're really, really bad
They do
boys.
some bad stuff.
We should say, too, for this be a spoiler alert for these games. If you haven't played Borderlands 2 or Sonic of any kind. Well, good for you about the Sonic one. Some of the Sonic games are good. Some of them are pretty bad.
Yeah.
Sonic Adventure Battle 2. Sonic Adventure 2. I always say the title
Yes.
wrong. Good game. Not a good game, but a good game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to cover that one day. But anyway, I think we should stick to the essence of these characters. They're bad dudes.
Yeah.
Because we can both of them be like, oh, live better, be happy, be nicer people. But like, they're not going to do that. No.
So what? And this is. So this is the resolution that we think they should make.
Yes.
They would make.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Not what we think they should make. What they would realistically make. Like Phoenix Wright is a justice, a doer. He's a justice guy. Like I think that makes sense. But he'd want to maybe have a better.
Like if they went and
balance.
talked to a therapist.
Yeah.
And, like, this is what I want. You take that, filter that, and say, it sounds like what you should do is this, based on what they've expressed that they want.
You know what? That's a good point, right?
Like that.
Because in therapy, just because a client doesn't come up with a good, a healthy plan, doesn't mean it's their bad plan, if that makes sense. Like, you are not influencing their choices. Whatever the client leaves with to do is of their own accord and not a reflection of the therapy that has occurred. Unless the therapist is like telling them what to do, which is super unethical. Please don't go see a therapist.
Yeah, there's a whole TV show about that.
Is it Shrinking?
Yes.
Is he telling them what to do?
So essentially the premise is he's in a bad spot.
Yeah.
Like emotionally. We can cut this.
Okay.
He's in a bad spot emotionally, and he is sick of hearing his clients complain about things and not doing anything. So he finally is like, just break up with them. It seems like an unhealthy relationship. Break up with them. And then, and other things like that. And then he goes back to Harrison Ford. Is like, I think I figured this therapy thing out. And Harrison Ford's like, what are you doing? And then that's the premise of it's a very sad and good TV show. But that's the premise.
Would it hurt me? Because I don't know if I can handle that. I don't know if I can handle a show about that.
I mean, he immediately sees the consequences of his actions, right?
Yeah.
He does not get away clear and smooth, and everyone thinks that he's doing a good thing. And it is very clear that he is a person who is a little broken, and maybe isn't making good choices.
As most therapists are. There's a saying in the field, if you can't do it, you teach it. And that's literally what therapists do. Usually therapists are worse off than the clients that come in.
Yeah.
That feels a little vulnerable to say out loud, but I literally no therapist should tell you what to do. So I think in this mindset, right, the clients being Handsome Jack and Eggman have kind of talked to a therapist about what they want to achieve in their lives, and they're leaving their office doing so. What does that mean? It's a healthy or positive plan. It is what they feel is best for them. So for Eggman, I mean, obviously he wants to just take over the world and beat Sonic, right?
Yeah, he wants the Chaos Emerald to take over the world and beat Sonic.
Yeah. I have a good resolution for him. Stop.
Okay, let's hear it.
Stop putting your gosh darn face on everything and being so obvious by your actions.
It's true. Yeah, you are like really telling everybody who's up to all this nonsense.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Like, you don't have to brand everything.
Yeah, you don't have to. It's not always about having to be. You maybe need to let go of that ego a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Is that?
I would say
I could see
like
the positive perspective to take for him.
But it also, we're not saying don't be evil. We're saying like keep being evil.
Yeah.
But maybe like let go of it. Has to be you have to
It has to always be you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
if you control the world and you like, Shadow helped you, that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Shadow's, I think, a good guy, kind of.
He is a good guy.
He has a gunslinger.
I think in maybe one of the Sonic Adventures, he was a little bit evil for a little while, but not
Adventure
on like
2.
Eggman's team, on his own team.
Oh, he was on Eggman's team for one, in Battle 2.
Oh, was he?
He was on Eggman's
okay.
team, yeah.
Okay.
But he comes around.
Yeah.
Bless you, Keanu Reeves. I never saw the movie. I don't know if I'll ever see the movie or not. But I think Keanu Reeves does the voice, or else I sound like a crazy person.
He does do the voice of
Oh,
Shadow.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
I would honestly think the only other thing is like letting go of like the need to take over the world, but obviously that goes against everything that Eggman is. So
It does. Yeah. Or like maybe that also kind of goes against. I was gonna say like you can take over the world, but maybe like the means don't have to be that bad.
Yeah.
Right. Like
yeah.
could you do it in a way? Like could you just like
do some
become a
woodcarving.
billionaire or something?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
You don't
that
have
solves
to, like,
all the problems.
kidnap animals. There's other ways.
Yeah, that's messed up.
You know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, Eggman really is just a mirror to like the worst people ever. Exploiting animals, being, trying to take over the world. Is that why I'm not one to shame bodies by any means. However, when it's Elon Musk, I feel like all bets are off the table. Is that why he's like kind of barrel chested in that one weird picture of him? He's becoming more Eggman like.
He's more Eggman like. Yeah, I think as you get closer to I think Eggman might be a state of being and not
He's
a character.
It's a state of mind. That's what this has all been about. Right? When you are egotistical and narcissistic, you become more egg-like.
Yeah.
Is that what the egg theory
eggs
is?
are the most narcissistic and egotistical things.
Yeah. So yeah.
For Handsome Jack.
So Handsome Jack, yeah.
What would you say? Go ahead.
I know what it is. I know
okay,
what it is,
okay,
right?
Go ahead.
He hides behind a mask of who he once was. I think he wants to really embrace who he is and move forward on these evil plans. He needs to drop the mask. Literally.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Just like be okay with being a little spooky looking.
Yeah.
If anything, it's going to help.
Exactly. Oh my God, I'm way more scared of him without the mask. Yeah. He's branded, right?
Yeah, he's got the Volt symbol on his face.
I think that's
cool.
scarier. It's cool. Yeah. Scars are cool. We've all agreed on this, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they passed a law.
They did.
It says that all scars are cool.
All scars are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because scars are just, it's the proof that something happened to you, right? The proof that you lived.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I like that.
Cool.
And you look cool. Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of Handsome Jack, you're cool Scar Jack.
Yeah, Scar Jack.
Yeah.
Scar Jack is
Scar
a cool
Jack.
name.
That's a cool... Randy, we have an idea. Scar Jack for Borderlands 5. We got it. We'll come back to it. All Australian voices again, like the pre-sequel.
Just like the pre-sequel.
Scar Jack. Yeah. That's it. We found it. I think that has to be the winner. In my mind.
Absolutely.
I think Eggman's just Eggman. He's going to lose no matter what. But Scarjack? Let that go.
Scarjack's great. Okay.
Yeah. The metaphorical mask and the real mask. Drop it.
Yeah, both of them. Like, be your intense, aggressive, Scarface self.
Yes. I completely, yes. It has to be that way. I'm marking that 57 minutes because that will be a TikTok when I grab the camera. I think that'll be a good one.
Very good one.
I'll tag Randy. Hopefully he won't watch any other episodes where I said really mean things about him.
You make fun of his hair. He invites you to Gearbox.
Oh, no, I couldn't do it. I'd be so scared. I couldn't do it. I'd be so scared.
What if he invites you because he wants you to do a voice?
But I think it's just a trick. I think it's a trick. Because he's all about magic tricks. I think it's a trick. He's like, get me...
Yeah, okay.
I'm the rabbit being pulled out of the hat. You know what I mean? I don't want that.
Oh, like you're the trick's on you.
Yeah, the trick's on me for sure.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It would be in the worst time. I'd be in an elevator. I'd be like, I'm so excited to be here. He'd be like, I heard what you said about me. I'm like, Randy is AI. Like, it wasn't AI. I'm like, yeah, you're right. It wasn't AI. Gosh darn it. Yeah, it'd be really awkward. So.
But what if he then says like, give me yours? do me like you, and he hands you a pair of like scissors.
Oh, I don't like
He
that.
wants
I don't like
you.
where this is going. I don't like where this is going.
To cut his hair so he looks like you.
If someone said, do me like you, and handed me scissors, I would run. There's no way. There's no
Okay, let
way.
me hand you, like,
I would be gone. No way.
Like clippers, like the.
Yeah,
like
no, I
the-
know what you're
the-
saying. Yeah. No, really, any sharp object around, I would not respond well. I'm a little scared for you though, that you seem to be okay with this situation. Yeah, no, I don't think I can do it.
Okay.
I don't think I can do it.
You wouldn't take it as a compliment?
Not in that phrasing, no. If someone said, "Hey, I like your hairstyle. Would you recommend you tell me what you do?" I'd be like, "Yeah, sure." I don't know why. I also haven't showered, so it's pretty bad. But if someone looked me in the eye and said, "Do me like you," and handed me a pair of sharp objects, I would run. I would run.
Okay, but Randy might do something like that.
Which is why I'm not going. I'm just not going. I'm just not going. I'll do a Zoom call. We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back to COVID. I'm cool with that. I just can't step in that. I can't step foot in that building. And plus, we can't do that. Right? We owe it to Gabe Newell to do Portal 3. We've said it 5 years ago. It's been a running joke ever since. We got to do that game. We still got to write that story too. We got to write that story.
We do need to do that story. Yes.
I have a great pitch for that story. We should talk it through. We should write a script for it. We don't do that anymore, really, but it would be fun. Maybe a bedtime story.
For that one, it would be fun.
Maybe a bedtime story.
That's a great
Portal
idea.
3, bedtime story.
Portal 3, bedtime story. Yeah.
We just wake people up constantly with our weird voices. What are you doing?
We have to fit our full range into that story to be the best pitch.
We can do it. We'll bring it back. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be very fun.
We spin the
All
wheel
right.
once more. This is it.
Round 3.
Round 3. This is it. The final round.
Here we go.
First person in round 3 is Rayman.
Rayman. Okay.
Get arms. You know what I'm right? Like, that's the only thing I can think of. And the last spin for round 3. Last round is Tom Nook.
Okay.
What an interesting character to end off on.
Interesting. Because seemingly Tom Nook celebrates New Year's.
I don't understand why you brought that up.
Because he would know what resolutions are. He's the only character here so far who we know canonically celebrates New Year's.
Just the straight face. He celebrates New Year's. I didn't understand. So he gets the concept, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sorry, my dog is
It
whining.
doesn't help make one, but he does get the concept.
He does, yeah. I mean, I guess Tom Nook is probably the most, he's the most difficult one on the list for me personally, because he really is based on your own perspective of, is he good or is he not good?
Yeah, what is he providing? I would suggest Tom Nook for his New Year's resolution is to do something that causes another game to be made, make another town.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Found a city somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he's that rich. He might be. I think you're on the right track there, Ryan. I would propose that maybe, invest into the infrastructure of the island. My dog really hates Tom Nook. Invest into the island itself. Let's improve the island, because Tom Nook's about making about improving his store, improving how that looks, improving more. But reinvest that into the island, make it look beautiful, because he kind of puts on everybody else to do that job.
Yeah.
I think his New Year's resolution should be to have more of a part to play in making that island the way that it is.
Yeah, I do think though he is yes, but I do think there's something to be said about he's giving you all the tools to create a community. I don't know if the community is as valuable if he's the one making the decisions. I think he should. I think he should create a fund that a group of villagers decide how that fund is spent on the town.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Almost like some type of city council.
Yes. Now, I'm not saying Tom Nook should be donating all his money away. I feel like that's not very fair towards him if he's the one that's kind of doing all these things, and I'm not by no means defending billionaires and millionaires, but I think that could be a way to give back to himself as well as to the island to make it more profitable and as well as more hospitable for everybody.
Yeah. Because if everyone has more money, they have more income to spend on his stores and buy his houses and pay him back sooner, right?
Yes,
like
yes.
if they have a better means of getting money, these houses that he's giving away with the assumption he'll be paid back, right? He'll be paid back sooner.
Yeah.
If you reinvest in that community, like I'm sure there's statistics out there that, every dollar you invest in the community, you get back, $30. That's not the number. You
That'd
get back
crazy.
a certain amount of, that'd be great.
Take my money, please.
You get back a certain amount of money in that, like, your community spends more.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nicer place to live. People are more educated, make better choices. It's like a whole thing.
The whole thing. That being said, Ryan, I think that's a great New Year's resolution. I might have a better one in mind for Tom Nook.
Okay.
No more child labor.
Oh, that's also a good one. That's also a good one. No more child labor. Yeah.
I mean, does that go against his character, though? We know Tom Nook loves child labor. Yes, I said it. I said it out loud, Nintendo. I'm going to tag Nintendo.
He does love child labor.
Yes.
Yeah. But, he loves child labor, but I don't think his nephews hate the work. Or his adopted children?
Here's what I say to that. If the kids don't know any better, does that mean that it's still good?
That's fair.
Tom Nook goes, hey, every hour, a nickel. And these little kids like, a nickel, oh my God. Something, I mean, even though granted, it's a bell system, not a nickel system, so I don't know how that works. He gives for every 3 hours you get one bell. Oh my God, one bell, it's great. They don't know any better. We've said it before, and I'll say it again, I'm going to stick to my guns. Kids are dumb. I was a dumb kid too. I get it.
If he invested in a school that his kids could attend, they would know they're getting ripped off,
exactly.
And then they would unionize and revolt.
Would Tom Nook go that far into it? Would that go against his character?
He doesn't get to say how the money is spent.
That's true. Wow, we're going to really deep philosophical things. A little word for Rayman when we get to him.
Yeah, you can tell which one we're leaning towards based on how much time we spend chatting about that thing.
What should we pick for Tom Nook?
The child labor one is more funny. Which is maybe not his phrase that's said a lot.
I won't clip that one out for you. I promise. You go to work. What do you mean I got fired? You play that.
But I guess, like, do you think it's against Tom Nook's character to, like, create a fund that he has no say in how that money is spent? Do you think he would do that?
I think he would do it if he knew there was incentive for him to do it, right? If he knew doing this would improve upon the island, so there'd be more visitors, there'd be more money being shared or passed, and then it would improve the island conditions as well as the residents' life style living and all that good stuff. I think that would be the thing Tom Nook would probably go for. I just don't see Tom Nook going and being like, to me, Tommy, which I think is their names, I don't need you guys anymore. I'm gonna do this on my own. I just don't see him doing that. I think if Tom Nook's a businessman, he's gonna cut corners when he can. And if he can use and exploit family members to do that, he's probably gonna want to keep doing that. I by no means, Tales from the Cartridge by no means endorses child labor, and we do not appreciate Tom Nook's behavior. We can only speculate on what we think he would do. So,
right.
Shame on you, Nintendo, for giving him a platform.
Yeah, and a whole island, and a whole town, and a whole city.
Yeah, where did that come from? Why did he get that?
I don't know what he did.
I just don't. I think Tom Nook has helped raccoons get a better image, if I'm being honest with you. But not to where that needs to go. I think now he's holding them back. Yeah.
They need to let go of the shackles of Tom Nook to really rise to their full potential.
Yeah,
that's probably right.
I would love an Animal Crossing game. Let's go into it. I want an Animal Crossing game where Tom Nook is like really just like he's filed for bankruptcy and he needs your help. But as you help him build and build, he becomes more corrupt, and you have to choose what you do with that.
Oh yeah.
Do it, Nintendo.
Come on, Nintendo. The next one. He's the corrupt mayor, right?
Yes. You gotta take him down.
You have to depose him once you find out that he's been stealing money from the city.
Yeah, and you're Batman. And
you're walking around. I had the exact same thought.
Where's the bells? I can't understand you. I don't know. So, okay, should we go with the infrastructure then? That's the
Like invest in the community type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Invest directly.
That feels Tom Nook coded, as well as a resolution that I think he could come up with himself.
Yeah. Okay. Rayman.
Just get out more. You know
Get
what I
out
mean?
more.
Talk to people.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Spread awareness to having no arms but hands.
Yeah, it's a small niche, but yeah, spread
Yeah.
the awareness. Yeah.
I think there's not enough talk about it. And honestly, I'm a little ashamed of our society that we don't talk about it more.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
So Tom Nook, right? We're cool with
Tom Nook.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Cool.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Rayman. We gave it a
Rayman's done, who
go.
cares? I never played a Rayman game, and I'm honestly a little proud to say it. So I don't care.
Wow, that's power. That's brave.
Thank you. That's my New Year's resolution, is to be more brave. And invest in the infrastructure and no child labor.
Directly invest in the infrastructure of your community
Yeah.
without
Yep.
the incentive of a tax break. Okay.
Oh, wait, you didn't say that. Maybe for Tom Nook, but I didn't say that. All right, so now here we are. You know what, Ryan?
Here we
I'm gonna share the document so we can see what
our
we
choices
have
here.
here. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. Thank you. That's perfect. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen to that, so we can all see it. And yes, many of you probably watch this on your phones, so you won't see anything.
You will see nothing.
And that's kind of on you. You know, it's kind of on you.
You can watch, YouTube on your phones.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I meant like on Spotify, I guess. But yeah,
Oh,
YouTube
yeah.
also. Yeah. We are getting a better reception on YouTube, which is cool.
Oh, that's really lovely.
Yeah, it's very nice. Very nice.
One thing that jumps out to me, Eric, with these three is we have three like very different. Like one is self-reflection, right, with Handsome Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Like internal self-reflection. One is like external, like change something you're doing with your day-to-day, right, with Phoenix, right, of taking a break, use your time off, like take care of yourself. And then Tom Nook, who's pretty self-actualized in theory, what they need to do is like now give back to others, like to reinvest in your community. So we have three like very different tones to our resolutions. I don't have anything else to say other than that. I just was noticing that.
I was just thinking to myself, this is really hard, because I think all three of these are very good resolutions to go off of. It's just resolutions. Resolutions. I keep wanting to say revolutions. That's not the right word, obviously. Unless you want to, revolt against something bad, go for it. Yeah. But anyway, I think it's all about perspective of, maybe there shouldn't be a winner. Maybe it's like,
which
whatever
resonates with you, right?
What resonates with
these
you?
are all, each of these, I think like I could take away something from all three of these.
Oh,
personally.
me too. I'll finally do my taxes. I feel inspired. I've been running from the IRS for years.
Yeah.
I'll finally do
They'll
it.
never find me.
I like where this is going. I definitely don't take enough time off of work. My wife tells me that often, and she's right.
Yeah.
I'm constantly trying to find myself, because behind all the laughs, who is Eric?
Yeah.
I'm terrified to find out. And then investing in my community, I struggle with the community I'm in now, because it's just people are very different than myself. So it's like it's hard to. But that's the scary part, is connecting. Maybe if connecting will bring that change that I am seeking.
Yeah, I think I have a lot of those same connections with the taking more time, and like taking time that isn't just like time I have to take to go see family, but taking time for like things I am excited to do.
Yes.
That I want to do, right? Because that's something that's really hard. Like it's easy for me to take time for things that feel required, right? Or that I have to do, but it's harder to take time. Just like take a day just because I want to go see a movie or like go. Take a day. That's hard.
Yeah, it's very hard.
Being yourself is so hard because we're so many versions of ourselves with so many people, and how do you align that to create a version that you are happy and excited about?
Yep.
And investing in your community is so tricky. And it's something, I don't know about you, Eric, and maybe you already, like, it's something that I really struggle with, in that, like, my partner, my wife, is constantly thinking about. Well, hold on a second.
Keep going.
My wife is constantly thinking about, like, okay, how can I get involved in the community? How can I make sure I'm, like, attending events or going to town council meetings and, like, stuff that I have never really thought about. I don't know if it's just, like, growing up in the community I grew up in. My family didn't really value that, whereas her family always has. And, man, it's something that I think about a lot. Like, I don't know the phrase and I'm going to mess it up, but there's, like, this convenience at the cost of community, right?
Yeah.
Like, is that the phrase? Yeah, like,
I don't know, but it sounds right. Sorry.
Yeah, doing things that are easier, that make our lives easier, but what you're giving up is this sense of community and coming together, like to do something. Like, it's much easier for me to go to a self-checkout than it is for me to go in a line and talk with someone who lives in my town.
Who like
has the same experiences with me, and who I could like connect with, and learn a little bit more about the world around me and about a person, right? And that, like, convenience at the cost of community is something I'm thinking about a lot, and I just don't know how to it's hard for me to overcome that.
It's very hard. Are you that person that also has just so much stuff, and you just can't, it's not that you can't, you just don't want to talk to them, and you'll go through that self-checkout, and it'll say 12 hours less, and you just don't care. You're like, I have 25 things, and I'm going to go through the self-checkout, and if you tell me I can't, I'm just going to go faster. I'm going to go faster. Right. I'm going to beat everybody else and show you that I can do this, and it's just not healthy. It's just better to go through the regular checkout than it is to take up the self-checkout. Everything you just said. I am very, that is, I think, one of the, your wife has so many great qualities. I don't know if that sounds weird or not. I'm just like, but I think one of the things I really have always admired about her is that she does a great job standing up for what she believes in, and I struggle so much. Not that I don't believe in it, but I just struggle to enforce that or project that belief out of fear of confrontation. And she does not, and I very much respect that of her. And it's a thing that I think is a quality that a lot of the right people don't have, and a lot of the people who maybe should tone it down do have, if that makes sense. I kind of think all these should be the winner. They all represent different aspects that we all should probably take away from this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we've had an hour and 16 minutes, and I just think, where are we going with it? You know what I mean? So you know what? Maybe the moral of the story is, whatever your resolution is, or revolution, right? Internal revolution, who cares? Whatever one it is, if it's the one that's for you, go for it. As long as it's not, hurting you or someone else. But if it is the thing that's going to carry you forward, seek that out. There's no shame in that. I'm going to take more time off this year.
Yeah, do it.
I'm going to. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to. I'm going to try to. I'm going to try.
Try to.
I hate Yoda. Follow me here if you don't mind. I hate Yoda for his quote. He's like, the quote is like, do or do not, there is no try. It's like, okay, yeah. If I was like a super powerful Jedi and the head council guy of this whole thing, maybe I can feel confident in saying yes or no more often. But some of us don't have that leisurely option. So I'm going to say try.
Try, yeah.
Heck with Yoda. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. I mean, I think there's layers there that we can get into, but
I just think, you know what? You raised a student like Count Dooku, and he turned evil. So what does that say about you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
fair.
Yeah.
I'm speaking my mind. I'm being myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sticking up for my community. Screw you, Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
Storygoers, what's your New Year's resolution? What do you feel like? Which one do you connect with more? Phoenix Wright's taking more time off, Handsome Jack just being yourself, or Tom Nook's investing into the community? Which one connects with you? Let us know at talesfromthecartridge@gmail.com. All the E's are threes until we change it. Circle back to that joke in the very beginning of the episode. Also in our Spotify poll question, or no, we can't do poll questions anymore. In our Spotify comments, let us know what you think is the one for you. We'll read all those in a future episode. But Ryan, it's been great seeing you. And
it's been great.
Yeah, we'll have more episodes out this month. We even talked about what to do for our main story one.
After the camera's cut.
After the camera's cut. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, camera's cut. You're right. We have cameras. Mm-hmm. And we
do.
Why do they say cut though?
I think it's because like cut on a movie. Like saying, why do they say that?
Yeah.
Because you have to. That signals you to cut the
The
tape.
film.
Cut the film to then stick it together with the other part.
Yeah. Didn't they just like tape those together too? That's crazy.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And if you wanted to like edit movies in like the early '90s, you had to do it yourself.
Yeah. No.
Like home movies, you had to like cut it, and stick it back together.
I can barely do this. I can't imagine.
Sometimes we can't.
Another resolution to add onto the list.
Yeah.
Self-improvement.
Yeah.
Storygoers, thanks so
Goodbye,
much. Have a great 2026. We'll see you in the next episode, and keep making great choices. Bye.
Bye.
Or don't listen to us. That's fine too.
Yeah.
I almost cut out